They've feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. On first down, here comes this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense considering his success now early.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. And throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Washington. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Right back to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. A 1st down for the offense. Here's the handoff. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
For quarterbacks, we always talk about soft focus around you, hard focus downfield. That quarterback was dialed into his wide receiver with laser focus, knowing he's going to get hit, not too concerned about it, though, and that's why he was able to complete that throw.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fakes the grab on the left. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the 2nd level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires on the move. And the ball is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Leaves it with the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On second down, he'll fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Now adjusting. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do you do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Terrapins are on the move. The give to the back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. You could break this down a lot of ways, but on that play, the quarterback just believed his guy was better than the defense.
Man, he was really right. And anytime you get pressed man where that corner on the outside is all the way up on the line of scrimmage, trying to get hands on that wide receiver. If I win right away, oh, man, you can make a big play on the outside, and he makes a big play for his quarterback.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants to go deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Bennett. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's caught inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Bears have taken it inside the 20. They keep attacking through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. With the run on 1st and goal. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Bennett. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the air. Coming after him. And they got him. A sack denies the try. 4th down.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. And the offense is playing great.
All kinds of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes.
And he's got it inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the 1st half.
To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the 1st half. This is a good start.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
The Terrapins line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's back to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
Quarterback will audible. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. These corners going to give them some space. Looking to move it through the air. Time to take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with offense.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They want to just keep throwing it. Feeling some heat. Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
The running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite. You don't run up the field. You don't rush the passer like they want you to. You sit there and play run for a second. Good job by that defensive line not running themselves out of the play.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The play action fake. Right on target this time. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Offense set on 1st down. Looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll line up for a second down play. Scanning the field, it's Bennett. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
And they took a shot. I like it. Make the big play. Once you start getting closer to the goal line, you start running out of space, Jesse. Now, this big play down in the red zone in a scoring position.
Yeah, and it was a nice job, too, David, of the quarterback.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And this one splits the uprights. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB...
He's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Got some room to run. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bears!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bennett. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires downfield. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of... Be a loss of 3.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give as they work on that clock. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking to pass on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking off. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Bears are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On second down, wants to throw it. He's got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And the Bears will snap it on first and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now improvising. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a fourth down decision time for this offense.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quick handoff. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.